Hello Capricorn. This is your love and relationship reading for November 2017. Okay. Cutting the cards. Okay. The first card is a Five of Pentacles. The next card, Ace of Swords. The Empress. Oh my goodness. The Empress has been showing up all over the place. If you look at Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, nothing but the Empress. I have a King of Swords. Six of Cups. The Star. Queen of Wands. Four of Wands. And then a Six of Pentacles. Interesting how Pentacles begin the spread here and they end it. And it also tells a nice story here, these two Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles is the card, it's considered the card of poverty sometimes, where you're in fear of not having money, or you're dealing with really difficult financial issues. But it can also mean feeling lonely or abandoned, feeling there's no one who can help you. So when you start off with that Five of Pentacles and then you end up here in the end, this is the generosity card. Someone is giving, someone is investing, someone is spending time with you and giving to you. Now this could mean you giving, or it could mean prosperity is coming back for you. Either way, it seems as if you're coming into November going through a very tough time in the relationship where you feel lonely or abandoned. But then you end up with the Six of Pentacles. You go from 5 to 6. And so seeing that Pentacles represent Earth and that's your energy, I thought I would point that out. Also, this Empress, as I said, the Empress has been showing up all over the place. And she showed up consecutively for Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. So, yes, the Empress, mysterious woman, seductive, sexuality, family, the material world, baby, motherhood. It can definitely be the mating call. The Empress brings the mating call. She's a woman that someone's in love with, who demands attention. Sometimes I see this as the Diva card. And this could be your energy, considering that you are a very confident, stable earth sign. But I want to reserve judgment on what this Empress is all about just yet. You do have the Star, and that's your second major arcana card here. And whenever you see the Star, especially if it's in an upright position, it's about holding on for the long term. Things will get better. So if they seem pretty bad now, especially with this Five of Pentacles, the Star is like, hang in there. And also the Ace of Swords is a good energy too with this Five of Pentacles, because the Ace of Swords is like, I need some time to think about it. I need to think about where I am right now, if I'm alone or if someone has walked out on me. And maybe because this King of Swords is showing up here, this is about a King of Swords needing to make a decision. You're alone. Some of you might be alone, or maybe there was a breakup, And this Ace of Swords is sort of like the energy of making a judgment and making a decision and evaluating. And so when we come into that Empress, which is such a very strong energy here, I'm getting the sense that you're coming out of this loneliness and abandonment and these insecurities here. And then this wonderful energy of the Empress of being in love and someone coming to you and being attracted to you. All of a sudden things start to shift in this relationship. Also, you have a Six of Cups right here in the middle here. And let's not forget, the Six of Cups is about the Six of Cups is about the past, and in relationship reading, sometimes it can mean someone, ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, ex-partner, not just the memories, someone missing someone, but it can mean someone who might make an appearance from the past. And so it's surrounded by the Star, and then on the other side, this King of Swords, and perhaps this person of interest here. So some of you, this energy, you know, you're alone and you're abandoned, but this energy of the Swords, someone's thinking of you, someone's considering and judging and thinking of their options. And then all of a sudden, this energy of the Empress comes around and brings this person to you, this King of Swords. And so now we're having a more positive transition here. Now, I won't cross off, as always. I always have this interpretation of the Empress as someone who could be a third party, the other woman, so to speak, or the other man. But I feel like some of the things going on here are not necessarily projecting that. I'm not ruling it out for some of you. But I do think that this is a coming out of a slump here. Especially if you're reuniting with an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, or an ex-partner. Because look at all this fire that's happening in the future. You know, so this good shift comes along and you get the Star. But then now when we get into the future, I'm like, this Queen of Wands is showing up here. This fire with the Four of Wands, which is a celebration and happiness. And this Queen of Wands is sort of bringing this happiness with all this fire. And so now this is what's bringing you to a Six of Pentacles, where there's giving and there's sharing and there's generosity and love and good times and happiness. And part of that might be fueled by the energy of the Empress. And so when I look at this King of Swords and this Queen of Wands, this could actually be two different people here. You know, this King of Wands is maybe someone who's holding back and waiting. But then there also seems to be an issue of the past where someone's coming from the past. It could be the energy of whoever is attached to this Queen of Wands, bringing the fire and the joy and the party, and you suddenly just, you know, you're drawn to this person. So yeah, I'm figuring out now kind of what's going on with the King of Swords. Considering that these swords are attached to or coming next to this Five of Pentacles. But I'm also getting this sense of an energy of attraction, this shift to being drawn to someone. And this King of Swords seems to be hovering around in past memories. It could be that this Queen of Wands is a new person for some of you. And also remember that these can be men or women, whether it's a king or a queen. It's the energy that these two represent. Yes, the queen is a feminine energy. Yes, the king is masculine. But the queen and kings, the kings are outer expressions of the element, and queens are inner expressions of the element. So you have the Queen of Wands. Wands represents fire. She represents that inner confidence and happiness and joy. And then a King of Swords. Swords represent air, which represents communication and thinking and perceiving. The kings act on those elements. They act on the qualities of that element. So yeah, two different people in play for some of you, but if it's just one person, it feels as if there's a waiting time, and the tarot is saying, okay, whatever's going on with the King of Swords here, this person needing to make a decision, um, this person needing time to think. There might be, maybe they're thinking about a third party or someone else, but in your future, you might find that there's a new situation that might come your way where you're like, oh, okay, a new friendship or a new relationship. Never discount that out. And when I look at my readings, I'm always aware that some of you want to know what's going on with the person you're interested in now. But there's always possibilities of that new person coming in. Fire is always about new shifts, new changes, a strong energy of passion and influence and strong and strong transformations. And so I kind of feel like these wands here that are happening for you, Capricorn, that are helping you get to not feeling lonely and abandoned. I do feel like if there's someone with fire energy or who is a fire sign, I feel like the wands are sort of pulling you away from this swords energy and getting you in a different place emotionally here. That you'll be spending time, some of you could be spending time with someone a little different, a friend or someone new that you've met. So never cross that out, okay? In the meantime, this King of Swords is staying back and taking his or her own sweet time. And yeah, I do get that sense of waiting, that, you know, for some of you, it's an attachment to someone in the past that you're not attached to as much anymore, and you're just waiting back to see what happens with this person. Or they're kind of staying back, they're protecting themselves, they have walls up, and they're not as accessible. And so that's when I can see where a third party or this empress or this other person or ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend comes into play for some of you who are dealing with love triangles. But I definitely see a new energy with a new person here in your future. So don't cross off those possibilities, because either way, when we get to that Six of Pentacles, you're no longer having this dry spell here, okay? You go from 5 to 6 by the end of this spread. And that's a lovely transformation to have when you think about it. So let me go ahead and pull an outcome card. Okay. And you have the Sun in reverse. And that Sun has been showing up also just as much as the Empress, actually. Now, the Sun can be considered a card that says no or yes. If it's in reverse, it says no. But I'm also seeing when the Sun, even if the Sun is in reverse, I want to remind you that the Sun is still very positive. It can mean a delay. And like the star, the Sun is like, when it's in reverse, it's sort of saying, hold on, things will get better. When I first studied the tarot, one of the first interpretations is that even when the Sun is reversed, it's still very powerful. And it still has a positive meaning. It means that you still have a little ways to wait. Okay, it's not, it's sort of like in the far future. There's a delay, but you know, it's sort of like how the sun, we go through night and day. The star is nighttime, the day hasn't quite arrived. So I'm looking at the star and the sun together here. Um, they both seem to together be saying, you know, don't give up hope, stay positive no matter what. Um, some of you with this energy of the Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the generosity, the giving, um, just make sure that you take it slow. Sometimes when the sun is in reverse, it's about enlightenment and understanding truth and seeing things for what they are. So keep in mind that it's interesting, this contrast between the star and this implication of nighttime, and then the sun is about to come out. It's not arrived yet, but it is coming. And so that's the positive message that I'm seeing here with the sun, especially seeing that we also have the star in here. So what I will say to you, Capricorn, is yeah, there's some of you who could be emotionally tied up or wrapped up in the intentions of another person. And this swords that's between the Five of Pentacles and this Queen of Empress, maybe for some of you, someone is in the middle between you and another person. But eventually there's going to be a big shift, a surprising shift. I think it's just going to blow some of you out of the water. You won't even know it hit you. But I feel like the sun in reverse is this promise to you, Capricorn, that you're going to get back on your feet again. You're going to feel stronger in your relationships, whether it's long-term marriage or just dating. And, you know, good times are coming. Good people are coming your way. Or they will return, because I kind of feel like the Six of Cups is sort of saying emotionally, you know, next to the star, it's sort of saying, yes, this is not going to stay in the past. That someone might come back for some of you. So Capricorn, that was my reading. And as always, thank you to all my regular readers, but also I want to say hi to my new subscribers, and I want you to know about a new offer that I have for November. My personal video readings, which I've just demonstrated here for Capricorn. Usually they're $20, but for the month of November they will be $15. So you might want to take advantage of that if you're thinking, wow, maybe I should get my own personal reading. And a lot of you have said that my general readings for the astrological signs are so precise that you don't need to get a personal reading. But if you still need more insight into the bigger picture, visit tarotbyaire.com. There's a booking button. If you click it, you get access to my services. I offer a wide range of services. I also give phone readings as well. So check it out, and I hope to hear from you. And as always, I wish you love and light, and I will see you next month.